Hi, you two. Okay, I need to get serious. Like, come on, stop. Let's get serious. Hi guys, I'm Lisa and welcome to my channel. That was good.
That was legitness. Yeah.
That was good. Okay. Before I get started, do not forget to watch my previous video. It's going to be down in the link below, so go check it out. Thanks. Okay, let's get started. When you think of vibration, think energy. The words vibe, vibrate, and vibration are all related. For example, vibe, when someone says, "Oh, I like your vibe," meaning I like your energy. Vibrate is more so like motion. When something vibrates, it's a lot of movement. And vibration is your energetic signature, your current active state. There is high vibration, which is high energy, and there's low vibration, which is low energy. High vibration is associated with positive emotions and thoughts. Low vibration is associated with negative emotions and thoughts. Now, frequency, it's similar but a little different. Frequency is more the type of energy or consciousness a person is attuned to. It's like a signal you broadcast and receive. Imagine your vibration is the song your energy is playing, and your frequency is how fast or high that song vibrates. Frequency is basically the level of consciousness or state of awareness associated with your vibration. So today's video is about raising your vibration and what happens when you start to raise your vibration. For starters, a really good way to start raising your vibration will be to start loving yourself. Loving yourself doesn't just mean the physical aspect of you, it's everything you are. How you talk to yourself, your self-respect, how you take care of yourself, what you're allowing into your energy, and what you're saying yes and no to. All that directly affects the love that you have for yourself. Self-love naturally raises your vibration because, as I mentioned earlier, high vibe is associated with positive emotions. Self-love is one of the highest frequency. When you love yourself, you attract more love and joy into your life. When you love yourself, you attract positive things, people, and experiences into your life. When you love yourself, you're a magnet to your desires because you're radiating positive energy and moving from a place of pure love. When you love yourself, you feel these really high vibrational emotions like joy, love, happiness, peace, compassion. The same goes for having high self-esteem. Having high self-esteem will raise your vibration. The more you view yourself in a positive light, the less lower vibrational entities, things that are lower and dark, won't be able to have access to you. And the harder it will be for them to reach you. It'll be harder for them to take advantage of you, to use you, to manipulate you. It's literal self-protection. And it's so easy to spot someone with low self-esteem because people feel your energy from a mile away. And there they go, start planning and plotting and seeing what they can take from you and how they can try to sabotage and mess up your life. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it literally does. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I talk a lot about authenticity. Authenticity is the highest form of frequency. Being authentic just means that you're being your truest self to the core. Staying true to who you are, your morals, your values, your beliefs, and not changing or conforming yourself for anyone. Now that's magnetic AF. And that will raise your vibration 100 times more and will attract you with higher energies. You raise your vibration but not indulging in lower vibrational things, but rather high vibrational things. Indulging in low vibrational things will keep you at a very low vibrational mental state. Lower vibrational things looks like insecurities, doubt, fears, negative self-talk, envy, jealousy, shame, guilt, drama, gossip, resentments. Also, be mindful of what you're watching and listening to because everything vibrates at a specific frequency. Lower vibrational things are things that drain your energy, lower your emotional state, keep you stuck, and cloud your mind. If it doesn't truly make you feel good, it's low vibrational, period. Unlike high vibration or things that truly make you feel good and lift your energy and your mood, like love, self-love, gratitude, positive self-talk, joy, happiness, compassion, and kindness. Anything that keeps your soul light, at peace, and happy. Just operating from a place of love and pure intentions and doing right by people. High vibration are things that align with love, peace, and higher purpose. And also nature, music, laughter, meaningful connection. Those are really high vibrational because it makes you feel good. You raise your vibration, but not operating from a place of fear, lack, and negative emotions, but rather abundance, love, trust, and positive emotions. So be mindful of your thoughts and not to invalidate anyone's feelings. A lot of these are regular human emotions. Feelings of doubts are going to come up, but what matters is what you do with that energy. If you lean into those negative doubts and negative feelings rather than observe them, then it will pass. Treat them like visitors. They're just coming by and going, so allow them to go. Remember, you are not your thoughts, you are the observer. You're in control here. So try your best to think positive thoughts and tell yourself nice things as much as you can, and your mind will get used to it.
You practice feeling gratitude, you get good at whatever you practice. You practice suffering, you get really good at it. So good at it, you can do it automatically. So good at it, you could be unconscious in the entire process.
One of the things that keeps us in that lower vibrational states is not dealing with our unresolved trauma and emotions. Emotions, thoughts, feelings are a crucial component of a person's energetic vibration. Unresolved trauma will lower your vibration because it's operating from a place of hurt, pain, sadness, anger, and unresolved emotions, which are low vibrational. Again, we all feel emotions, we're all humans, but there's a difference between dwelling in those emotions and making it your whole identity. That is where the problem lies. Healing your trauma will release all that baggage and naturally will raise your vibrational state, where you're operating from peace, love, gratitude, and joy. It gets rid of all that dead weight that was holding you down and keep you stuck, angry, resentful, sad, and depressed, and will make you feel energetically lighter, more at peace, and more free. Your mental state will instantly improve and become more positive. You'll also expand and grow your consciousness at a much happier state of being. Healing your trauma can be dark because it involves you facing the shadow aspect of yourself, unresolved issues and emotions, and the things that you're unwilling to acknowledge. You are bringing light into things that you've been ignoring and suppressing, that you've intentionally or intentionally kept in the dark. So it's about integrating with your shadow. It's not that dark is bad. No, look at it as this way. Darkness is your long distance cousin that you haven't seen in years. Still part of the family, just unfamiliar. But once we understand it and get familiar with it, it integrates into who you are. We live in a world where duality exists, where there's good, there's bad, where there's light, there's dark. You cannot find the light if you do not go through darkness, because there is no light without darkness. The environment that you're in also has a lot to do with the vibrational state that you're in. So make sure you're surrounded by good, positive people that uplift you, that bring you peace, love, and joy. Surrounding yourself with negative energy, negative people that talk down on you, bring you down, hate you, and are jealous of you can affect your vibration. It won't completely lower your vibration, but it can affect it depending on what you allow and choose to feed your energy into. Now let's talk about what happens when you start to raise your vibration. The more you raise your vibration, the more you will attract high vibrational things. These could be people, environments, opportunities, and circumstances. The more you raise your vibration, you'll notice a shift in your life, in your external and your internal reality as well. Things will start to change, move, and fall because you're no longer in that previous vibration. You're no longer in that lower vibration. When things aren't a vibrational match, they tend to drift apart or fall apart. According to the law of attraction, like attracts like. The energy that you're putting out, which includes your thoughts, feelings, which all vibrates at a specific frequency, will attract similar energies and experiences into your life. As I mentioned earlier, your internal reality will start to shift as well as you change your mindset. In fact, that's what changes first before your external reality catches up. Whether it's shedding old beliefs, habits, and raising your consciousness, that naturally happens the higher you raise your vibration. Lower vibration keeps you small, limited, not open-minded, not willing to see a wider perspective, and little to no self-awareness. Before things change in your external reality, they must first change in your internal reality. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and mindset has more power than you realize because everything is literally energy. With people, as you start to vibrate higher, do not be surprised when certain energies are no longer in your life or have drifted apart. When our frequencies change, so will the people around us. Remember not to try and resist the change, but rather allow it to naturally flow and fall into place, so it can align us with the things that are a vibrational match. Resisting the change only does more damage and will make it harder for yourself. When environments, things, and people are no longer aligned with you vibrationally, and you choose to resist and continue to stay in those situations or around those people, you are doing a disservice to yourself. You are going to face a lot of unnecessary issues and problems. You're going to get a lot of signs telling you that this literally doesn't serve you anymore, that it's no longer aligned, and that it needs to be let go. If you choose to ignore and not be receptive to the signs, it will literally force you to pay attention, however that manifests. Change can be scary and unpredictable, but trust that you are guided and that everything will fall into place. It's the flow of life. Think of it as a flowing river. If you stop the water from flowing, it'll get stuck. It won't move because you're preventing the water to flow naturally as it's supposed to because you want to control the river. Trying to control the situations, the shifts, and the changes in your life when it's naturally supposed to flow. When you try to control the flowing river, the flow of life, it keeps you stuck. It keeps you stagnant, preventing you from moving forward. The water flow is unable to make its way into the big ocean, meaning it's not able to align you with higher energies. And sometimes the flowing river may not always be easy. Sometimes it's harsh, heavy, there's a lot of current, but it always finds its way into the big ocean. When these shifts and changes start naturally happening in your life, it may not always be easy, but trust that you'll always be where you need to be at the end. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!